How's it going, everyone? NeedleMouse here. Sonic Adventure 2 in my eyes is one of the best Sonic games of all time. I know now that many people dislike the game and think it's mediocre, but I personally have always loved the game. Yes, an SA2 review is coming, I promise. But while most people who do play the game agree that the speed stages are the best part of the game, most people dislike the treasure hunting and the mech stages of SA2. I'm here to redeem them both. In this small 3-part series, I will talk about both treasure hunting stages and the mech stages, and try to redeem them as much as I can before ending it off with an overall SA2 review that will feature a very special guest. Now, I personally enjoy both treasure hunting and mech stages, so I really hope by the end of this video, I can teach you a little something that might improve your opinions on these sections. So let's get into part 1 today, where we will talk about the mech stages in Sonic Adventure 2. Let's get into it. So let's start at the beginning, and let's first understand where the mech stages came from. And to do that, we have to go 3 years back to 1998, when Sonic Adventure first launched. Adventure is known for having 6 playable characters that have their own different playstyles. You have Sonic with his high-speed stages, Tails who races Sonic to the end of levels, Knuckles and his treasure hunting stages, which will be talked about in episode 2, Amy who has to escape the robot Zero throughout the level, Big with his fishing, and the topic of today's video, E102 Gamma. Gamma is one of Eggman's robots from the E series, along with E100 Zero, E101 Beta, E103 Delta, E104 Epsilon, E105 Zeta, and the most famous of the bunch, E123 Omega. Omega is peak! I love the guy! He needs more love in the franchise, I swear. But let's not get off topic. Gamma stages were perhaps the most unique in SA1. First, they were on a time limit. In order to get the extra seconds you need in order to finish the stage, you are required to lock on to enemies and chain them together before firing. The more enemies you destroy with one lock on, the more seconds you will get back. This is a great way to incorporate this gimmick in Sonic Adventure 1, a game with no real ranking system. But while I do really enjoy Gamma's levels in Sonic Adventure 1, they always felt more like a tech demo and incomplete. The stages are just cut and paste of previous levels, and most of the time they're also shorter, apart from Final Egg and Hot Shelter. Unfortunately, I don't think these stages were fully realized in the time for Adventure's release. But that is where Sonic Adventure 2 comes in. In SA2, Gamma stages were taken from SA1 and transformed into fully fledged original stages, now custom tailored to this new mechanic. Instead of Gamma, on the hero team, you now play as the young genius fox Miles Per. And on the dark team, you play as the cunning mastermind Dr. Ivo Robotnik. The stages work in a very similar way to the way they do in the first Adventure game, but instead of earning seconds, you earn points. The more enemies you chain, the more points you get. This might seem pointless at first, but you have to remember that Sonic Adventure 2 introduced the revolutionary ranking system to the Sonic games. This simple addition already makes these stages so much more fun. Racking up points is no longer a necessity, but is instead an option. You could just mash the attack button and not chain the enemies together whatsoever and finish with an E rank, or you could expertly play the level, rack up huge amounts of points to achieve that beautiful A rank. Speaking of mashing, it is a major problem I see when people say that the mech stages aren't fun. People just spam the attack button and don't rank up any score, so of course it would be no fun to people. If you want to have fun with these stages, I highly recommend to try and hold down the attack button and lock onto multiple enemies. But also, we have the level design itself. Unlike most of Gamma's stages where they were just copy and paste of previous stages with maybe some extra assets tailored to the stage, Sonic Adventure 2 instead now builds the levels around how the mechs work, making each level design feel a lot more fluid and, well, fun. Let's go through every mech stage in Sonic Adventure 2, starting off with the hero story with Prison Lane. This stage is a great introduction to how the mech stages work in this game, but it's definitely not the best. The music is pretty fire though, and the A rank is also very rewarding and not easy to get whatsoever. I would like to mention now that I think that Tails' levels are a lot worse than Eggman's levels, in A rank difficulty and in level design in general. Alright, let's move on to Mission Street. As someone who went to San Francisco last year, yeah, this is exactly how it is there. In fact, it's even worse than it is there. I don't even know how, but it's worse. Anyway, this level is a pretty good one. A step up from Prison Lane, but not the best the two-tailed fox has to offer. Then we have Hidden Base, and this is probably the worst of all the levels. It's not outright god-awful, it's just the least fun. The quicksand being impossible to get out of is a huge downside in my eyes, and the A rank is also way too easy to get. I also dislike how easy it is to fall down into the quicksand. It's just not fun. The stage overall is mediocre at best. But finally we have Eternal Engine, and this level is the best from the Hero Mech Stages. The level is very difficult and has a lot of opportunities to chain together enemies in satisfying succession. The music is also great, and the gimmicks are extremely innovative. I enjoy the fact that you can avoid door bombs and pass through unfazed, or you can chain all the doors together to get a higher score and try and avoid being sucked out into space, giving a big risk and reward addition to the stage. And your reward for risking everything and losing all of your score is that sweet, sweet A rank. Overall, this is just the best mech level Tails has to offer. But what does Eggman have? Personally, I find that every Eggman level is honestly a banger. Starting off with Iron Gate. Just like Prison Lane, Iron Gate is the introductory mech stage, and it does well as one. The stage has a lot of gun beetles, and they are really fun to chain together. The only thing I do find annoying in the stage are these lifts. You see, when you rise on them, you're supposed to lock onto multiple gun beetles, and I'm just never able to hit more than 3 at once, which is really annoying. But overall, it's a great stage, though it isn't my favorite. Sand Ocean is Eggman's parallel to Tails' hidden base, and just like that stage, it's my least favorite of the Eggman stages, for the same reason as the Tails stage, though I do find it quite enjoyable to quickly move and skip platforms, and this simple change already makes the level a lot more fun than hidden base. You can not risk anything and simply move slowly, or you can move faster, which will increase your chance in falling in the sand and dying, but will also increase your chance of getting that A rank. The level design in the stage complements this fast-moving style a lot better than any other mech stage actually, and I really enjoy that. But still, this level is just not very fun. Next comes Lost Colony, and this one is a pretty good stage. I don't have much to say about it as this level doesn't have one specific gimmick, but I did enjoy hovering over huge areas and shooting down the gun mechs. Just a fun stage overall. Then we have Weapons Bed, and it is my second favorite mech level in the game. The level is just so much fun as you have loads of gun mechs just standing around waiting for you to destroy them. And due to the huge amount of them, you can rack up a massive score on the stage, which is just so satisfying. This feeling of joy can be felt only twice, spending your time with family and Weapons Bed. But finally, we have Cosmic Wall, and this is the best mech stage of all time in my opinion. This level has a really cool gimmick where your jump and your hover have this anti-gravity mechanic, allowing you to jump higher than before. And the amount of enemies in this level might be more than any other in the game. But that makes chaining them together and racking up huge points so much fun. I once had a score of 100,000 when finishing the stage, and it's just so much fun. There are also these sections where you sit on a sort of roller coaster and blast down every enemy in front of you. And there are just loads of things to target. Definitely an amazing mech stage, and will forever remain in my eyes as the best Sonic mech stage of all time. In fact, this mech stage is so good, I'd say it is even better than some of the speed stages. Yeah, I said it. So, as you can clearly see, the mech stages in SA2 can be quite fun. The main issue that I think people seem to have is that they don't lock onto enemies and just spam the same button. To imagine how this feels, just think about any boost stage and not boosting whatsoever. You can get through the level and not get any S rank, unless of course we're talking about gens where the S rank is piss easy. I'm not letting gens off the hook, but why not use the central mechanic of the playstyle and achieve that S rank? It's the same with the mech stages. Why not lock on and rack up as many points as you can instead of just spamming and not getting anything out of it? So if you never enjoyed the mech stages in SA2, maybe try this philosophy instead, and maybe you'll have fun with this playstyle. In the end, I think the mech stages in Sonic Adventure 2 are extremely fun. Are they the best gameplay style in the game? Absolutely not. But are they fun in their own unique way? Yes, I would think so. But that's all for me. Really hope y'all enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all next time, where I'll try and redeem the treasure hunting stages of Sonic Adventure 2. Ciao!